Hello, hello, love warriors. The Holy Spirit has a message for you. You see, the Holy Spirit has given me the keys to crack the code of this game called life. And today's key, it says, there's a saying that goes, when man plans, God laughs. Thank you, Papa. Look what the Holy Spirit gave me this morning about this amazing keys. He said, no matter how carefully we plan, life can often take unexpected turns. And our best laid plans may not come to fruition as we expected. Mm. And Papa God said in Proverbs 16:9, he says, within your heart, you can make plans for your future, but the Lord chooses the steps you take to get there. Thank you, Papa. I personally know how it feels to get a big, fat no from God. Hmm. Actually, several big, fat no's. It doesn't feel good. It hurts. It's confusing, especially when you have a relationship with the Lord, when you actually communicate with the home all day and you try to be righteous and do the right thing and you still get a big fat no. Mm. Sometimes these big fat no's could be something huge in our lives that we thought our life is going to be like over. And sometimes these big fat no's could be just lessons learned to know that we must surrender in everything and all to God, to his will. I remember when I was going through breast cancer 3 years ago, I got diagnosed. And at the beginning, I was told that I just had to remove a lump from my left breast. And to make the long story short, I got my two breasts removed. And that was the last thing I wanted. And yet I was without two breasts for 1 whole year. Mm. It was horrible, horrible. But God told me, my will be done no matter what. Mm. Last year, around this time, actually, I was getting ordained for the second time with my pastor. The first time was about 6 years ago when I went to Texas to a conference with Pastor Benny Hinn, and he ordained me for ministry. And then a year ago, like I said, about this time, I was getting ordained. I think it was about yesterday or today, around this time, a year ago, with my pastor again. And I was thinking life was good, blissful. I'm doing the right thing. I'm seeking more God. And yet, couple weeks later, I was betrayed horribly with from my ex-husband, and I was literally homeless, homeless. And I didn't understand. I was so confused. And yet, God told me His will be done no matter what. He had a plan. And then my husband and I now, we were planning a wedding last year for December 25th. We had bought all the decorations, my wedding dress. We paid for the venue. I had bought all these bunch of pens that said, you see, Jason, God, and Monica, 12, 25, 24. I bought a bunch of these. I have hundreds of these. Again, I'm going to give away to everybody, right? Like little memories. And yet, 1 month before, we came here to this beautiful place, St. Augustine, on vacation, and we eloped out of nowhere. And that wedding for December 25th never happened. We lost the money, we lost the invitation, blah, 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 whatever. God said, nope, I had a different plan. You see, we can plan all we want, but God has the ultimate say. What do we do when that happens? I mean, what did I do? I'll tell you this. After my experience with the breast cancer, I had really learned back then that I must surrender, that I'm not going to cling to my will, but I want, but I need, but this, but hear me, but why not? No, that's just wasting energy and time. And that's just showing God that we don't trust Him because we're trying to cling to our own will. Mm-mm. Surrender. Surrender completely to Jesus. And I'll leave you with this. He wants to leave you with a love letter. He says, beloved daughter, beloved son, I have given you the ability to dream of all great things you can do while you are here on this earth. I love to see you create plans with great excitement. You are my daughter and son, and I want to help you succeed. Let me be involved in your plans so I can show you how to be more than you could ever imagine. If you dedicate yourself to aligning your plans with my plans, you will experience great joy in what you accomplish, and others will come to me because of you. Love, Papa God. Mm. Thank you, Papa. Trust Him. Trust Him with all your heart. It doesn't matter what you lose. Doesn't matter what you lose. I said again. God will give you 10 times fold better, bigger than you could even imagine. Mm. So, friends, plan wisely. You know how? With the Holy Spirit, with God. Happy planning, friends. To the next time. Shalom, shalom. Bye.